In this video, I'll be solving these questions using first principle. From our previous video, we looked at how the formula for first principle was derived, and then we took note of the fact that in the process of deriving the first principle formula, we actually got or solved for two things. First thing was the average rate of change of y with respect to x, and then the second thing was the instantaneous rate of change of y with respect to x. So we're going to use that same approach in solving for these equations. Now the first equation there, it says y is equal to 4x squared minus 2, right? So now first thing is this: we'll substitute y. Let y be equal to y plus delta y, and then let x be equal to x plus delta x. Right, now we'll substitute y as this and then x as this into this equation. So we have that our y becomes y plus delta y equal to, now x becomes 4, this x squared becomes x plus delta x all squared minus 2. And now let's open up the bracket. This becomes 4 bracket open x squared plus 2x delta x plus delta x all squared bracket close minus 2. Let's open the bracket further, and then we have 4 times x squared becomes 4x squared. 4 times 2x delta x becomes 8x delta x, and then 4 times delta x all squared becomes 4 delta x all squared, and then minus 2. Right, now the next thing, y is become delta y. The next thing now to do is to subtract y from both sides, and so we have y plus delta y, right, minus y, and then on the right hand side we have 4x squared plus 8x delta x plus 4 delta x all squared minus 2, right? And then y becomes minus, this is our y, becomes 4x squared minus 2. And then if we open this bracket, this becomes 4x squared plus 8x delta x plus 4 delta x all squared minus 2, minus multiplied by 4x squared, we have minus 4x squared, and then minus multiplied by minus 2, we have a positive plus 2. Now some things will cancel out, obviously, so this will cancel out this, right? And then minus 2 will cancel out this, so we have 8x delta x plus 4 delta x all squared. And then on the left hand side as well, y will cancel out y, so we have just delta y. Now we divide through by delta x, divide through by delta x, so this becomes delta y all over delta x equal to 8x delta x plus 4 delta x all squared all over delta x, right? So some things will cancel out. Delta x will cancel out delta x, and then this becomes 8x, and then delta x will cancel out 4 delta x all squared, and then we have just 1, so it becomes 4 delta x. And so the next thing to do is we take the limit of both sides. So take limit as delta x approaches 0. So this becomes limit as delta x approaches 0 of delta y all over delta x equal to limit as delta x approaches 0 of 8x plus 4 delta x. So we substitute delta x to be 0, and then our answer becomes 8x, right? This is our answer, 8x. So this is our second equation that we to solve using the first principle derivative. We'll solve it the same way we solved for the first. That means we'll substitute y to be equal to y plus delta y, and then x will be equal to x plus delta x, right? So substituting x and y as this into this equation, we have a y plus delta y equal to x plus delta x raised to the power of 3, and then we open up this bracket, we'll have x cubed plus x3x squared delta x plus 3x delta x all squared plus delta x raised to the power of 3. And then our left hand side becomes this as well. And then we'll subtract y from both sides of the equation. So on the left hand side becomes y plus delta y, or bracket minus y. And then on the left hand side becomes x cubed plus 3x squared delta x plus 3x delta x all squared plus delta x raised to the power of 3, and then minus y, and then y is our x cubed, right? X cubed. And so some things will cancel out. So this will cancel out this, and then on the left hand side as well, y will cancel y, so we have delta y. And then on our right hand side we have 3x squared delta x plus 3x delta x all squared and then plus delta x raised to the power of 3, and then we divide both sides by delta x, so it becomes delta y all over delta x equal to 3x squared delta x plus 3x delta x all squared plus delta x raised to the power of 3 all over delta x. So some things will cancel out here. This will cancel out this, so we have 3x squared, right? And then delta x will cancel out one of delta x here, and then we have 3x delta x left, and then delta x will cancel out delta x cubed, and then we have delta x squared left, all squared rather, right? And so we take the limit of both sides, taking the limit of both sides of the equation. So this becomes limit as delta x approaches 0, delta y over delta x will be equal to limit as delta x approaches 0, 3x squared plus 3x delta x plus delta x all squared, right? So we substitute delta x to be 0, and so our left hand side becomes dy over dx. In most textbooks it's written as this, but in other textbooks it can be left just this way. So dy over dx, which is equal to, substituting delta x to be 0, we have 3x squared, and then 0 times 3x is 0, 0 or raised to the power of 2 is 0, so we have this left as our answer. So our answer is dy over dx, which is equal to 3x squared.